When morning arrived, Max awoke feeling weak and disoriented. As he blinked his tiny eyes, he realized he was stuck in something sticky. To his horror, he saw that he was caught in a spider's web, along with several other insects. The spider, a plump and cheerful fellow, was scuttling around excitedly, spinning more threads and humming a happy tune. "I can't believe my luck," the spider exclaimed, holding a tiny phone in one of its legs. "Mum, Dad, you won't believe this. I've caught enough food for a feast. You've got to come over. Bring everyone." The other insects trapped in the web began to panic. Some were crying, others were shouting angrily at the spider. But Max stayed quiet, his mind racing as he tried to think of a way out. Soon, the spider's family and friends arrived, carrying tiny plates, cups, and even a picnic blanket. "This is the best day ever," one of them chirped. "We've never had so much food in one place." Max closed his eyes and thought of Ellie. "I can't just give up," he whispered to himself. But as he looked around, the situation seemed dim. The web was strong, the spiders were many, and escape seemed impossible. While the spiders busied themselves setting the table and arranging their feast, Max had an idea. He cleared his throat. "Excuse me, Mr. Spider, can I have a word?" The main spider, curious, scuttled over. "What is it, little mosquito?" Max took a deep breath. "You might want to reconsider eating me. You see, mosquitoes like me have very skinny bodies, and there's a chance I could carry diseases. It wouldn't be worth the risk of food poisoning, would it?" The spider frowned and tapped his chin with one of his legs. Diseases, you say? I hadn't thought of that." The spider scuttled back to his family and friends, whispering furiously. After much debate, the spiders turned back to Max. "All right," the main spider said. "We've decided it's not worth the risk." The spiders carefully cut Max free, and as they returned to their feast preparations, Max darted behind the web. Using his sharp, long mouth, he began slicing through the sticky threads to free the other trapped insects. One by one, they wriggled out and joined him in the air. By the time the spiders came back to check the web, it was completely empty. Their cries of confusion echoed across the savannah. Max and the other insects, now safe, hovered a short distance away, relieved but still shaken. One of the freed insects, a bright butterfly with shimmering wings, fluttered over to Max. "Thank you for saving us," she said. "I'd like to repay your kindness. I know the savannah well and can show you the tallest tree around. From there, you might be able to find your way back home." Max nodded gratefully. "That would mean a lot. Thank you." The butterfly led Max to the towering tree, its branches stretching high into the sky. From its peak, Max scanned the landscape and spotted a large pond in the distance. His heart leapt with hope as he recognized the pond near Ellie's resting spot. But to get there, he realized, he would have to cross Frog Meadows, a place notorious among mosquitoes as the most dangerous of all. Max's wings trembled, but he clenched his tiny fists. "I'll find a way," he said to himself, thinking of Ellie and the safety of her shade. With the butterfly's good luck wishes, Max began his perilous journey toward Frog Lake, the sun rising higher and casting long shadows over the savannah. Meanwhile, back under the shade of the trees, Ellie woke up and stretched her trunk with a loud yawn. As she looked around, she quickly realized that Max was nowhere to be found. Panic set in as she remembered the strong wind from the night before. "Max!" she called out, her voice echoing across the savannah. When there was no response, Ellie trumpeted as loudly as she could, hoping that Max might hear her and find his way back.